Mema wache na mema wakwa ba emfa mbra na watche dwumadie so ewa Adom TV efi ha etwa ne ho ewa Sempa 94.7 FM mema menua ekia Nnawotwe Yi Adom enene dom no mo ne yo woni omaye fi anapaya ebepemen abrewe ya yeso yede ne aka ede beto so nim se yenya wura dapenda we mu de na o se etumi hwe se Nnawotwe we nsembe na sisimu onim se one of the major headlines na with the confirmation of the nomination of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as the running mate obejoin Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mo ko akogina NPP anemu ana mo tu franka de ma the NPP in the 2024 elections. Nnawotwe we the National Executive Council, then Executive Committee, the National Council, omunyina aja tumsampa dia nomination no sida na kwamunti omunhwe no mfanye adwuma na ye besinko ebisa say well enti NAPO or a game changer after say adia nkofu bebre na no wo hwe omo survey omo ye ya na NAPO ratings in ever form because of nkofu chere say oyobia oye quote arrogant na even the arrogant tag no cray and I to say ye be de hunkomo ewo ha na one other issue also has to do with cement pricing. Actually, we still on it was a topical issue. Minister of Trade and Industry, Katie Hammond, officially finally will lay the LI in Parliament. So after 21 sittings, their LI will become law. Now 21 sittings, they only to me and also and cement manufacturers and threaten say, well. So also be regulated prices that near ban say cement shortages, cement who be kwachi ewo Ghana ha and also yensemba kwe toja. Now IMF bailout a 3-year support program the third tranche yenyina so yenim say IMF board no eji to say adia say Ghana yetumi sa kasa sika no the $360 million. Yenyanente say abeto Ghana account me say bafu eno ye bi say na pay say o share sa nyoma na nti eno no betumi ama economy no the lifeline ye here senior nkofo ka say ye nyoma mo ye den ye koba senior o share senior inflation no echo well ba from there but still ano nsem ewo ho nkofo ye bi say sa 360 million abeto mu ebetumi ama sa lifeline and also one other issue I bet now on here dihu enkomo. So and then on this issue on this edition of the Nnawotwe Yi share NAPO obey the game changer after ne low survey ratings na IMF $360 million and no betumi asesa economy in the shebre and yen sama ya babetena na ye dihu enkomo omo meboa me yetumi adi dwumai Ebenezer Oklete Telabi or MP Lower Manya Krobo constituency. Obejinem de ama the National Democratic Congress NDC. From the MPP Kweku Kwashe on the a member of the MPP's National Communications team. Already he is in studio. Well, me amidi dwuma wo chia from Samuel Kojo Brace na okay, me general Edema, wonderful team led by the venerable AC Ohene, supported by Walanyo Wala, great man, Akwesi, any team on behalf of the lighting camera director will be a show. So now Kaiun say we're doing very critical to the show. Into the Facebook, not typo Adom TV. Ube se show eda ho fa comment no to ase me fa na makan e mo bia so ate wadwen kira wo so kire on the issues we are discussing mum ma o kasa no honte se te a mekan ente dia me nhwe nkan ana me de te a lot of ones ma waka no ye be kwa awie no ye be phone lines na watumi wo so ayden wachre wadwen na mo ye nyina no yatumi edi ho enkomo e wo ha. Well, Kwashi, good morning.
Good morning.
Norton.
Adom.
Okay.
Baby,
if you babo cause.
Baby, babo.
Okay.
And the young kind of fancy, I can tree, Mohenepe.
Oh, Nina, so I can. And see, maybe I'll be a
You would say as a fancy bit uncle for you, I can SNTV.
Okay, Anyway, so Dapendena, I mean, the NPP, were there, well, we already tumna yetna as a party. Now, yete, the flag bearer of the party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, yet we had the info last week. There, it is Dr. Matthew Boko Brempe. Finally, we are confirmed. As party for you, I'm sure will classify yourself as one of those grassroots fund. Is this as I know what you're for?
What you would say? All the kind of memfa in Shia Kasema, His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, and Nahokafo, Excellency Haji Asamira Bawumia. I'm in Chaso in Tampama Fama Tema West constituency executives. Michobia, Michia, Mr. Robert Kujo, Michia Rabbi, Michia Tupac, Michia Coordinator KB, Michia Coordinator Say, Michia Unya, Michia Fifi Nyako, Michobia.
In the Tema for Pa.
The Mewa. Oh, you're right.
I was saying the crank, I was saying no from Chrome say,
I was say or fancy.
Or fancy.
Fancy.
Okay. I have say being a Katinche, so.
Okay. Now I'm from Chiasuma, yem parliamentary candidates. Dennis Amfo Sefabuachi, on Ojima Mayem for Tema West this year.
Okay.
Now, Mijipa there come 7 December 2024. When Yakupon Motor no do insura. Now we tum wasen kita franka no we tum wasen kita seats no ama NPP. Now we basi ina name honorable Carlos Ahenko na name.
Okay. But even before Ebebemono, let's try to go a bit into history of NAPO as a member of parliament, voter wa Ghana since it came in. Now, actually historically, so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ba parliament in 2008 election, or the winning about 2009. He took over from Dr. Kwame Adokufo. That time, and now the Minister for Defense. You know, he was the Minister for Defense for 8 years.
Yes.
Now, Bemo in 2008, and he won that election with a 77% gap as against the 20% of the NDC's candidate Charles Saifa Bonsu. In 2012, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh increasing the call 82%. That's against 16% for the NDC's Mohammed Kamal Din Yakubu.
Watch maybe
exactly.
South.
No, from Mansha South. Yes. So in 2016, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh again increasing the vote into 86% as against 12% for Sylvester Louis Kofi of the NDC. So that's in 2016. In 2020, again, increasing the vote in the core name. So in 2020, for example, when the Opoku Prempeh, okay, so how talk kakra? Yes, or talk kakra. Yes, or talk kakra about 84.7. Yes. You know, as against the NDC's 15.3%. So it tell you how popular Oye in Oyemensha South. But that's just a constituency.
Yes.
If you look at this, one as the entirety of the NPP's grassroots. One watch.
Okay. And to what's kind of kojo? Me pere yet there. Menkai time be a wood trum nancy a wood truma. A month for why you ready a world trend a running mix that. That's I say.
Yeah.
There was so much anticipation of the running mate to Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. Ira Mahama Obiam Bodo and Jedi World Trend, they were for running mate of Obiano.
Oh, what training?
There was noise who commented them.
Yeah, you can talk about that, but
yes.
What training?
What training? But me say that Ghana for Pina no Nyaz or the wide window there. Oh, Nahwana Mahama or a fact. Can't be.
Bansa no nyo bia akwadada.
But na nkofu pii bisa there. No hwana na hear about me was number. And see, there was anticipation of running mates, you know. But thanks to Bawumia, what's under hear about me no odze enyumnyam bi kasibi was that by the office of the vice president. And yet enyumnyam nyi hodom. but the kese wa manu mo do also the first no for vice president would you mind the ceremonial duties ko ha na come speech fa ha na kasa ni agbonse mama o ewie but you about me be vice president no what the ahokaka different be was aba office honum nti am obia pedo hu de hwana na obaba wabɛhyɛ na anim wɔ honum atmase ɔka ho no ma anticipation no da obia twɛn de hwana ɔreba no ɔkɔso no nti thanks to you about me na again pɛde yɛta ase de NPP no yɛ party uzikana yɛhyɛ ase a yɛfa sɛ nipa ɔbɛkɔ for president so fi southern part a ɛbɛfa obi ofi north ɛmɛ Ghana ha de 6 year why 2 regional blocks the northern part and the southern part in 1992 yɛwɛ Duboahen ɔfa Duboahen was a southerner right ɔfa yɛwɛ Roland Isifa Hassan or not na and it was the first time NPP yɛtum constitution say certain bia appoint nkɔfo a hwɛ na hu dɛ regional balance most be a balance for a bifia one for the year one side pe NPP near chassis Kada John Rawlings or far a car 92 or a South South Corporation 96 or far Professor Mills or a South South Corporation whereas NPP in 92 it was a South North Corporation
but so no I will reckon you're talking about I mean in terms of appointing ministers right it doesn't the constitution doesn't talk about
but ninya or Musa NPP for the first time yema presidential importance to the northern bloc in Yeshase. To make sure that Yeshase and sign NDC we suya into Ochiado 2000 yeah the ma Kufo Ali Mahama and NDC fu was suya anamwa 2004 that will be any suya ye zikan and so was suya. It was very important in Yeshase. After Yembra era NAPO French man pay my man na basos the why is it the itma fan the obezi obaka era about me for our ticket now first of all NAPO a true blue party person obia not one it's say
as obi no one true party people
na okay so I'm kind there and obiara ni expectation be fancy was say the bofo dem dem obiara ni indado there e bia baumia obupull a pleasant surprise as Mosi in 2008 Adanado okofa baumia was a pleasant surprise okay but on year them time on year deep in the party as I say na obiara indado there baumia obupull surprise is in ya yim de oya dana obefi obia party no obom party match. That's my say. It was a surprise. Or a true blue party person. Now what aka I share no votes onya in the Ashanti region or as parliamentarian na. No me do. And votes enya oye or chair wa hokaka. Or chair most nkofo pe wasem. Or chair wodwuma. Because wodwuma. That's I say. Enti I know eight move from Sunchen for but nipa no what he does, what he stands for. 80% consistently except in 2008. But since then he's been maintaining 80%. And you can't discount that. So true blue party person the grassroots or penasem. And see of course now there were several names of fly around. But look, there were many who knew that NAPO. No, there was a man. Yeah, man can't say I can't year about me February this year or UPSC. I was a names I do or the Tuja, the vision Tuja. Now, your whole young of people for P. Who the mother come and acquire no what to do, number screen do. Acquire no what to do, number screen do. Or do Napoleon. You could feel the energy in a point in the room. That's a clear indication of a popular with the party. That's my say.
But it could have been worked.
What?
It could have been worked out. It's all politics.
No, worked out how? Oh, and you want to be people offered organic. It's not arranged. Come on, Tonodo. One hour spontaneously. NAPO, NAPO, bien nyaji. NAPO vice president, NAPO vice president. everybody. And say, me sure there, Obi Kajinachi, Obo Kutupa there, na po name Badra po Biankim. Oh, there are many in the room. Or Hene something, auditorium.
Yeah, or Hene can do.
Exactly. There are many in the room. It shows the popularity with people. Okay? Anna say a president, that's a pede efa obi obuo as a vice president. Wanyema ehwe. Ebi ye nipa no mo se okeka no ho. Ahokeka odi adwuma ehwe pa. Ehwe na po okọ Ministry of Education. Okay, a minister na ono oye there. Nnawotwe the vision of free senior high school for Ghanaians no. Ono no ode oye. Say you. Nnawotwe flagship program of free senior high school. Ekomuha, there are many professors of education. Anambwa, Amphobia. Ofana put there, Kejina ho, na ye demage memam. Osando hunde or Ahokambia or the Bejuma, as in Kuyi. Oyetem Biano oye about there, in Yimzi, as I say, a here as often dynamism, Ahokaka. Nipan Odu Honor or Kodo. And that's what NAPO has. Orensina. Nnawotwe was man the unconquered the major man. Of course, Obujuma pa was very clear. The actual honor on Chazada, actual honor on your education degrees be other. Actual Juma or your Ghana education service, Ghana education sector now. Now compared to here, Madam Nana Jane Poku, Ajman compare. That's a huge difference.
Really? What are the
in terms of Obia na ono or vice chancellor of a university. What Shirazi? Sagana for the Abazi Pan or your medication and for pink. One country. That is one of so NAPO Ghana for Kenyan Pia or ye Magana education service.
No, but you can't sit here to say one cash because you're not spoken to Obia. One of us one cash here.
Oh, look for Casa.
What
Casa? I
asked the question. So I don't answer.
Me don't care.
No. I don't care the questions.
We are on the ground. You fool. Yeah. NPP are bound for education. Yeah. Money too much. Urban education. Yeah, two important things for education in this country.
Okay.
Since independence, ne big ho. Only then, and you there first no say you're a schooler, you about your exams. Now them exams no, my friend no exams of exclusion or inclusion. Because your true exams is a sondo. It was a pass marky cut off his senior senefie, obra or say anyin. Anambwa 1. And he has exams at a son do each chunk of one vision do. Each chunk of one dash do exams. 2. Sika. O sanda confund to me sika won't your fees in tea. All the points be a Buddha school or to try to be. Kojo, you come a day about some coffee pea stories. Oh, Papa film school meant man trade beam. O sanda may no be able to make your school fees, matter books and number. It's in the bar before. It's a bar. And see, these two things, examination and the fees, were exclusion criteria with Kumhamadi. And the son of do came up. And the Napusha say in the education ministry. Yes, say, once actual BEC or Fatade at school, or Fatade at Shodo. In trouble. It's Massey. In trouble. I am very important. Inti ye must be if you know. Or inti from there, inti CCR say echo actual BEC grace no or ye mainly for selection of schools. Inti I will be in ya A could be grade A schools and so on. Also in your middle no or school echo. But dolly I do be out to
Are you sure there is wholesale?
Oh Sunday, yes it is.
You sure
Sunday
there is wholesale?
Oh Sunday, yes.
But isn't it now the what the way legislation that work at there? Well, BEC will now just be for you to select your school. So
I get you, but largely what could see no them no say. Say what could see them no say. Oh Sunday, could you? Ni poko school Sebi, onya D throughout no who on faso someone go school. Yes. And check D be 40% anambwa. 35%. 45%.
No, that's an E, isn't it?
That's an E. Fano onya F pa. F near 30%, 35%, 40%.
Okay.
That's I say. No obi go school. What's na exam what show nizin when you're 40%. What say? I say, only if you are born. More try to be on baby. No. You hunde. A new beer na max akasaka sin obama wa ye dachi. There are many in there 1 year at the school. So they're doing very, very well. It's a more beer corner from co. Want to live one vision for the future. Major life changer started by NAPO and the NPP. 2. Free senior high school be ye sikasem piano ha awufu pina ye fi honum. Am why possible there. Obi nka there mpapa bi film mo fa film maame film onensi na mentu manko school. Atase. Hwe before NPP bay. Ana there was for exams fees. Entua into exams. In fact school fees po otumu twena et exams rebano. What's the entire entry exams? Why dagin ama awful? And the NPP bay, linear wutuya. There's not a single person who was fishing high school. What's the mobile tron software or pump fee? It didn't want the Montreal fees be a see. Oye azar na po okazim oye. These are tangible things. About marker as a butter na pono hoa. A comp as a not to a jail puku ajamano hoa. Difference umpa. Okay. So now you also talk about, so right now we're all celebrating the technical universities in Ghana. I'm sure you're happy there, Cape Coast. On your Cape Coast Polyboy, Cape Coast Technical University. She under her time, no way, so you credit her with that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. When it comes to upgrading of colleges of education into tertiary institutions, she did it under her time, and you would know that having college of education train Kofoba out with degrees is a game changer as well.
Right? Good.
Good.
I feel like online.
No, that's not it. But again, I thought then Kobo Hanawa was different. But once they're not here, let me do it for them. No, don't worry. Now, or reduce teacher absenteeism from 27% to 7%, which is good. Or introducing private BC. These are all good things.
I'm saying I go online. I go ahead and abandon no ye.
No, I was waiting for them to come and do it. But one bench.
And I'm saying, I'm not who they're calling me. I think I heard about no ye.
No, these were things are not ordered. I just want to say it.
Say you, say Abu Juma. What's our pankasa? Anamwa. Abu Juma. Ubi ndwini akade abad no ye ndwini pia ya kan yekai. Ejuma na no. Osipi.
But it doesn't matter. What matters is that why you because what the world records on order to
yanka don yebi
e kan wo da na so be kan
yanka don yebi na ma say F2 no to ho a F1 NAPO wa abodwuma pa.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. Yes. NAPO wa abodwuma pa. As en confirm anko wontuma anko free high school, how they end up in universities? See, you might show anko school through the basic, how would they end up in universities? It will be empty. Into a university, and so down one say, what's a roof for them? It's then a better roof shadow, and so in structure. Yes, I put why at the power.
But people also tell you that even with a free education, they are now paying more than they used to pay when I don't know what is school fees. So how do you defend that? Well, free education have a big scare for home.
Entirely the case.
Really?
Or issues to do with, yes, some CC, and we'll come to that, we'll discuss it, discuss what it is. That's it. But the principle is there. You too, Yama, homophobic P, which Manko school, unlike previously. It was under NPP, started by NAPO in Education Ministry. Until when there, or Hoka, or Moko Bibia, Yuma. Or yet, educationist. President Unifio was not for energy. Young can you also do? He has no degree in energy matters. Because sometimes leadership, only about offending. Some particular skill be or about dynamism. The eduhonoma, you can see credit he has that. And see the president when he obia otse them was a bono wa elejuma. I say, and NAPO ticks that box.
Really?
Of dynamism. Because as a vice president, let's say, a rebobwa to implement the vision of the president. On your vision, the vision of the president. Until he'll be a wahukaka. Compare him to the running mate of John Mahama, Prof. Nana Jane. It's a difference. I can only hope. Dynamism only hope. As I say, so very important. Okay? There are a few things that auditors say there. It plays a role in our politics. Eka there bread and butter issues. Ema, obeying bread and butter issue in there. This is a chibum. Obi ne bread and butter or a whiskey. Ana alomo. Obeying bread and butter in there. Ah, I found no him if a pa. Obeying bread and butter in there. If an or casa. Or a mede. Menyaji. Makmo to me, makes casa makmo to me. Obeying bread and butter in. Obeying bread and butter in there. Ah, Moshe. O man paying no share pa most or dresser. Moshe the fashion sensor. Or am a fair. What one man paying. Hey, but I'm telling you, Obi can fashion sensor. Let's say Obi to Moshe, Mr. Foot Moshe, Samara about me, or ne turban cap or the fashion sensor. Ah, but see, Otomanukun. Yes, Obi better matter in. Hey, baby, yes. Obi better matter in there. Ofien kum or yenza. Otomanambwa. Or a mixed bag. I tell Biana Ubia never better or employment. And I can it's a mixed bag, plenty issues. You understand me? Good. Now, one issue on NAPO or connect with Mebunu, the fact that NAPO or them youthful boyish exuberance. That's I say. Two, or one nickname. That's what downplay it. NAPO one nickname. The name NAPO is a nickname. Okay? The two most popular politicians in Ashanti region. One nicknames. One to me. NAPO. It's I say. A guy. And you have to be a guy. That's what I say. It's key.
NAPO a guy.
It appeals to the majority youth now who are on a voter register. It's important for them.
Okay, so once you talk about youth,
it's important for them.
Our youth who are most more attracted to it. Remember that Ghana females make up the larger proportion of our population, right? The NDC was a female daba. So if you look at the academia of Fulcrum Naza, if the females also say we also want female empowerment, obviously they go for Nana Jane.
You're right. You understand me? I say, a guy. Yes. And they sit in NAPO. Ah, that's a guy. How do you understand them? Mr. Guy, how do you understand them? Adudi or a guy?
Hey,
I didn't say what the youth need. And so, about my free senior has most work school be or a guy he can connect with them at his age or a guy. It's key. I say, it's even there. Whereas Baumia is connecting to the youth on the digitalization agenda and angle, no? NAPO is connecting on its boyish, youthful exuberance and energy and guyism. It's key. Obia wanting bread and butter issues. You understand me? It's every ticket here. Look at there. So the confident humility of Dr. Baumia and the mature youthful confidence of Mathipu Prempe NAPO. That combination. My friend, a dynamite duo. Some would say dynamic duo. Offer the perfect pair. You see energy in the ticket. You understand me? They're much younger. And I'm what? Yes, they're much younger. They're so much younger. Compare them to Mahama and Grandma. And I'm what? They're much younger. You must be young to understand what the youth want. It's about the youth. They are the future of this nation. That's what I say. So these two are a perfect pair for a ticket.
But how even Kwano Bafado will address the issue of the widespread perception of arrogance on the part of Dr. Matthew Poko Prempe. And with the Ghana, the way we were trained, that's why you say
yes.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is humble. and a lot of people agree that his humility is there. So you do give him that. But how then do you go and market a bit to the market when in the height of current doomsday, when he was responding to Ghana for, I said, well, what timetable on family?
Well,
I'm going to offer against such a candidate.
Obia Onyim Napowa Benibia, he's a very down-to-earth person.
Okay.
Yes, he's a very down-to-earth person. Very likable. I bet penasem at once. But all chimpu penasem.
Best there will be our band. No? Out of the number of voters, I know our band.
American.
Okay.
All chimpu penasem. Now, what's there? There are times that and kofu ye mix confidence and arrogance.
Okay.
That's it. He's a confident person. Manka there. As some more cards to do with some energy issues, okay. As for me, or a slip. And actually, even in the contest, okay, in the contest, no. You know, but or a slip, I'll say that. One koyi them or a slip. It doesn't show the personality. Look, every politician will slip along the way. Tell me one politician on your mistake along the way. Tell me one. Every politician, once you're in the public space, along the way, you will slip. That's my say. And say, on your ads are gonna for the judging. You understand me? No. Almost for judging.
Really?
No.
Echo social media.
What social media?
And sentiment.
What's happening there?
And how can you say that Ghana for judging?
And I'm saying there, gradually, Ghanaians are going to see him more, and feel that humility he has. And that confident humility he has, you know. As I say, one arrogant person at all. At all. I agree there. That could have been said in a different way. I'm just saying there, as a slip, I can be forgiven. It's only a slip, it can be forgiven. As I say, yes, but on your arrogant person at all.
But
meaning that the NDC is trying to push the angle very much. No, it won't work.
Okay.
It won't work. Because people are going to experience him a lot more from now on. And they'll see what he is, or who he is. Very fantastic person. A likable person. You understand me? And that's what he is. On your arrogant cry. On your arrogant cry at all.
But until Abakwana no tomorrow, we take away them arrogant tag and if you
arrogant,
it is there. People are referring to
arrogant tag is something that the NDC is trying to push.
Okay.
It's as to speak to Ghanaians. And by the time Ghanaians some Ghanaians, you make up your mind. You will see there, what tag na heke. Give a dog a bad name on very arrogant.
But doesn't it, the Andy Apia could be in some more kind of, he wants someone who is a unifier. And that Ono Andy Apia could be, he's not sure. Matthew Opoko Prempe Betumaso in the same Dinako campaign when the flag bearer is not there. Okay. On feeding to the perception that even the person out in a share, a space in parliament and from the same region, this guy is not a unifier.
Okay.
I mean,
and see, could you? Find that I come by arrogance issue. Before this energy issue came up, actually because NAPO arrogant. You hardly heard that. Before this issue of energy, or became interview now, or someone was seen differently, there was an issue of the NAPO arrogant. And you hear more of Uchale or an action guy or a dynamic. That's what you heard. Until that, there was NAPO arrogant. You never heard it. I say, it's allowed in politics that you can slip sometimes. You understand me? It's young for one event. The NDC is trying to use one event to characterize him. The people are not buying that. Ghanaians won't buy it. Before then, say arrogant, or a traitor. From beginning, from here to here, one instance how arrogant you are. You understand me? Onto that event, onto that issue, nobody could tag him there or arrogant. It was a mere slip. You understand me? It's a mere slip. Now, I reckon about Apia Kubi. Could you? I am very normal. There, say phobia, the obesi okubinima. I am very normal there. On your beer, nobody be atum. You can't have 100%. It's not possible. It's not possible. Here, Mahama somewhere in 2016 or so, Oracle for the party. There were people who dissented and say, Yempe. Nakutio. Mahama Nakutio original for NDC in 2016. Only 95% or 5% who said we don't like him. Anambwa. Why normal? Why normal? Apart from Andia Pierre Kubi, why not to be him? At be and to be a beam. And you can't use one person to judge the whole of NPP.
Okay.
And to use one voice to judge how NPP feels. I'm NPP. Pierre Kubi is not speaking for me. As I say, all Canadian. And as the party we are, we can speak our minds. We'll be on show. That's it. We'll be on show. You can speak your mind. We allow it. That's I say. And see, I could be as more can say. That's the view. But you
okay.
You understand me? You find many people in the party actually agreeing with him. As man, I could be okay. But the corpa photo. But we say, as make a because on you might pina you know bubra.
Okay.
As I say. Good. So NAPO is a man.
Okay.
The confidence, humility of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, plus the mature youthful confidence of NAPO, is a dynamite ticket.
Yeah.
It's a dynamite duo. It's a perfect pair.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect pair for the MPP.
For the MPP. Now, one end is one who really? Because that Makacho, every pen, every the swag pen, every Bawumia in Apua.
No, but you see, but our car swag as them. The people watching us,
yes.
I would say, they are one question swag and one to about. They are looking at the state of the economy and whether or not Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and in fact, the MPP as a vehicle, Obetum will deliver the sort of prosperity Ghana for worship. That's it. It's not about swagness.
Okay. And see, Meka initially there, or a basket of a nyaman what fat was that waba.
Predominantly economy.
You can say that, yes. You can say that. Obian Moshe. As I say, yes, me and the economy are part of it. Economy a part, BBI a part of it. Is the ban a part of it. But Obisun is in there, Kofu being a Hokaka. Okay, Obin is there or ABC. Obin is there, Kofi, Wobujuma Pa, Mosha, more bana, Jumarba. Obin is that Moshe Bawumia visions or that to draw, or that to go. Nnawotwe Yi. Bawumiaka, and NAPO will help him implement it. Bawumiaka, I say, may 2,000 megawatts of solar energy in this country. 2,000 megawatts of solar energy in this country, or a major life changer, a game changer, a life changer. A man for one bra on your game, games, or a life changer. Since Kwame Nkrumah, Obia Mbeya, 1 year, and in Swazun also them. Across the modem is around 1,000 and something megawatts. Bawumia says it's going to give us twice across the modem through solar. And it's possible because why? Every or baby, we have the sun everywhere. Every or waxing, Ebu Ankram. Anambwa. Every or was Sevlugu, Ebu Way. Anambwa. So we can tap into that energy. Obandam na sika de bia ye hia eda to fango eda to ye machines munya yin kane yi ndo batso wo san de tembia aban or there say there ye to fango a e two things ye to on two levels. First a per dollar aban per dollar ansana and then oda koto fango no e to dollar first you must buy it e wi akoto fango eda bottle u machines mu Bawumia oba ewie yento anatubia tiwe yento wo hia da won saka gadgets na online won saka panels abaza case close ewie ohode bia ama man kwa pa won ye wie people some of them ebimu kwa wo yeso won krom
okay
that's it
okay
again man kan chiro Bawumia ose oba on the individual credit policy of the Ghana oni then say double say seamstress say doctor say mix the Bawumia nankasa also o hia de wa wubusu market ya 1,500 2,000 1,200 emfa ninya emfa nkoto phone okor so na hia phone oho the share ba ma ebotum kakra to ase bia 50 100 anke no etwa na be 2 years kakra obodam na oma enyes kakra bo won chen wo ho edzibi mona maame wo krase
Okay.
Enye bi epedwetire bi a etumi ede hyase. Etumi ede hyase.
Mate.
Enye bi ede boa woni kakraba.
Okay. Mate. Mama nkwa homa no de na membra mene Professor Samuel Adujemfia or political science lecturer at the coming Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Mene ndi enko prof me ma achi bibia bako de.
Yeah, minia. You say who ye pa.
Prof, you share the name Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Fortunately, Asante Memuntu unim say ni esitie. Ye born into an Osha we no representing the desires of the Asante people. Say we need feel so betumi aboye, especially in your munyina because some two will be NDC, but Osha the dino dance so na they are in the Asante region after say a confirming and empower by the running mate.
Yo me da se me gidi semetia eminia na woni me din komo na ebusia to a eti mo dumedia no panyina won se oboni din a na tse sabre ya ye kase no asumdi aba NPP party ni mo senti ne se obi a hwe ni mo se na owura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia penin beyi obi a obedi nechi na ono no akokono ara sho betumi enye nkunimdi a nkomo no firi ase nyina no yenim se efiri abatwa owura His Excellency President Akufo-Addo akokono a one owura Bawumia koye ne mprensa so nyina no ansa na wodi nkunim ne tire nyina no na eyi ginemu Asante ginemu a Asante bo wo chidom saa di wo ho no kre ma wodi bu wo ho bra ko sise onya nkunimdi eti no na dom dodo no a sise se abri ya edre no se wo probi mana akobo owura Mahmoud Bawumia chidom dia sofri Asante memu esan akomani sise ni adwene a part metita afo a wo Asante memu etu at the time NPP. It is a black stars born in the Abakumasi Babaya. So all the American me party. Naturally say a yes set on the corner. I see and now a DD training sign in the Crabia Asante Edi and Chitaya or the Atai Encanca candidate Akufo-Addo and about me today. Be Sokrano NPP party meeting. Necessarily Cobano. It is not necessarily said here. You know, literally say ethnic politics and SSI in the Dukra. Name a party loyalty. Domwa or Asante Memoir or Tuaba. A two at the time NPP trino. And so effort na out. Banesano and I say. Say utumi edu weni kohwe na wo hwe obenya onipedu owa ono so wakwadere amanyo semu a obetumi aboa party na mu tru sabri ene didi ekire nyina sa na muntu a owura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia krachi ni no etuye no a wo ye vice president etuye no ebre bibri no Osha enya dia eye putupuru ma no na enya hogoroso na enya dia mu omre kra se sara na tie dia nke se ni panu we da ti dia be to dwane ade na no e ba ku so ni mpeni so ni mprensa so ene di chatro ya ye kan wa se me se openi obi a na all pound putupuru na yeye na okaso mbedi na chi Intamara na eya ngodi kan apaulo intamara itino anamuntu ya openi ne tuo no we tuno wo adwindiri mu angasa we tuno wo nsisu ya hodo bebre mu na otu ye no so a se nipa no so efri dom dodo no mu ana party titafo mu to abade man NPP da bi petu Asante memu no let's say you know anamoto prekupeya ora ba mu Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tuno said, you may be can no credit, na a wood idea, and yet in super to me at so. And they say, one, what two about was anti memoir, where yet, NPP, Tita for a week. Upeni Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia chire na press asore and ntoswa odi benya 2 million ade and then 2 times what anti nemo sa adomo nyina no abegina bebi esu ogina e wo susuemu e wa abato obeto 2024 mu isan say no kredia anase chitaya asante abato wo eto aba Edina NPP chiri no waba wa mo owura Mahmoud Bawumia ma wa mo e dia seda e dia ma wo isa said no net say sankofo no nyina no abegina ekwan tempon so wonya ho kwan ke obeto aba e dia ma NPP net say e dia porte is having me about question so e dia porte na Dr. Mahmoud Dr. NAPO opening NAPO Eddie Ebeka campaign no. Me did say you make me can no credit and yet the existing gain and I say pusher and I say possibilities are what was said that don't meet to a banana wall. Openino esoba ebeshemu kena na obeshemu kena awo kwanso nko so kra ode na hokeka said ye ositie ni hwehunu ni nimdie ane kwan wa faso bu ne bra wo part de bu no ede ebe kenyan saade no ana ode be so saade no ti se mosi apega ne nsa na wonwa aka wo ye titafo asoso ne nsa said ye be ya ne nsa enyine o de metre no ntino botaye kese me hunu se owo se obetumi di djuma yie no wahye mo kena yie ene se obebo na atade nsa no na wetumi atie simu ntamara na wahese ento aba ewo asante memu no ode no betim akwani ase nyina so na wetumi ama nipa ahodo a afei wenye didie se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aye de wo nu wo hwe ni mu dia me ka se de ro hwe ni mu anya openi na pasem na meka so pa obi a ofi asante memu ana asante region abato fu mu abeta ne tidia saa anamontuo no a obetuo no ebeboa sosomu yi ya de eso ye it sounds that politics is about numbers it enye the name NAPO na den sesaye edeba na mum decision openi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eteki ye no so power obi from Asante okay one better ne chi no
okay but
wadane enomeni e dia begina di esi gina okay ama NPP party
but prof Nnawotwe Yi mo mene another professor Edin Kobo who is also a political analyst say wa no chere say we share the anger asantefo benum enya ananse kra no about abeka say omo ye disappointed and idea on betwetia MPP just bringing on board NAPO betumi asesa NAPO there kind of NAPO betumi asesa sa omo disappointed in the MPP in the Ashanti region omo aka say well ye dia fe de ye nkoso amamu mfa ye sara ye besesa ye nsa no
it you know we say a free nkoma ya na a free opa yebeka say menkasa atesemu but it won't be also kind of protocol say mo enya atesemu ke because grapevine there it do be the information if grapevine they take decisions they break they take steps they break actually key actors in the regional or part the mo now one in NAPO inside the sanity we say position where a potential vice president position but what you say
yeah
it you know internal politics in Bekoso pushing and shoving we people on Bekoso not be Bekoso near there it you know it could have been the last mover car forces you know our party the moon let's make here say a bit to me ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sajene ama no ebrichi akonichi I so be obey the power free region but what they make us you know, internal party politics, you know, after appointment, say, you know, on my way to into line. Key actors maybe after na yet to woman ni NAPO afani no if you are ebi postu ebi chro enioma efa no ebi emanamu o de mitri wo tumi chro wa woni atro yi na obrofo nche de nche brofo de o nche de se krum ne wo ya na ye ni dia kasa na ye fe ni say wo went to me chro so aka wo ntwi kama ana waka o kasa bi opeso ka me gidi se wo fanti new town ne ya aye nyina yenso ya aka yen more than obi a oka e ma mechi so obi aka ne kasa ade a kire se afi di open ya pound dia obi a be di line so one logo line obi a be di so this a break we there internal cohesion and unity no e ya de bia wo manga se ni mi se so mo pursue because internal politics no we ni mi na them. But it's still the case, the substantive case or discourse, no. You can show me the and say, at the end of the ever kind of by the name NAPO the Okano, does it crystallize into any momentous victory? And I say, maybe and I'm it now. Mofidi so I catch a fan from Muchere the Edin Aponuti and Educrim Diaba. That is a trophy. It wouldn't have also been any other name to say by that name, no. Bribishonko able to see beyond what is expected. This is the 8th year. In field work here, Owura Mahmoud Bawumia and Adom His Excellencies. Wamo at Nejaswo. 8 year piano, a kunumu yeding. 8 year piano, science. And it's Owura Mahmoud Bawumia breaking the 8 now. But after what you have here, an admission of the fact is say, there was cycle be and among what tribia would do so pet, your son could flash here at the party from your Benoco. Sadia no a James also say, and so to be breaking. It's and yet automatic said by a name, meaning he said, Urana Puya issue. By name, no me will be as I sing now, but Umia, Umuafe, and was anticipated. And you know, Cressa. Okay. No, there were not to me a year. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and when he said, Obey to me, the one of Sabri, or May. Oh, let me say, oh, May. Yo, kind of move to only two. Okay, Prof. Two son, Mono, now on fair empire. Owura Mahmoud Bawumia na enye se wonia obampesi ne wonya atosode ya ebetumi ama odi aye wabom wotumi ati abom yi. Okay. But Prof medase pass and pay wotumi ne ebedin komo ewa ha Professor Samuel Edujem fi a political science lecturer Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology KNUST. Ye be try ho tew ene ye memeneda I say I show more DBB our game park or mola games in Montino. You be kwana yakwa show winners na yeba ye beto aso ewo ha na menka o se ogusua hwe na Nnawotwe Yi wa Adom TV tie so Asempa FM enche Ebeneza Oklete labi ye MP for ye menya krobo ba be kansa wa ha na yentwe homra yeba ye beto aso. All right, mema akwa babio memfa homra Nnawotwe Yi so Adom TV. If you are channel home, ever Asempa 94.7 FM. Baby, I will share and I will tell you, no, Nasi mouth. You say, one my acquaintance say, I'm bringing to your space. Maybe not a par. It is a friend Samuel Kojo Brace. Mema a honorable Ebeneza Oklete Telabi or MP for Lower Manya Krobo. Ye dear mango on the Hobasa. Honor, we have a code there. Mango food no air coso. Air coso. Baby, I did that thing. Very well. Okay. All right. The only problem is inputs now very expensive. Inputs now the boy Oh. Anyway, baby, akra. Anyway, NPP nanya chance power fan fala kabisa ntimemra. Good. Now Matthew Poko at the same time with only had the same. Oh, don't worry. Matthew Poko, I'm sure you are in the same house with him. You know you know him at least better than those of us on the set today. Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, sir. My late. Na Matthew Poku Prempeh, I would congratulate him.
Okay.
Because every politician, they wish, say, he will be at the pinnacle. Either the president or the vice president. And, you know, I wish him well, and I congratulate him. However, as politicians, personally, Matthew Poku Prempeh is a good friend.
Okay.
We have had our banters in Kumasi, politically.
Okay.
But then, person to person, you know, we have I have some good relationship with him.
Okay.
But we differ in ideology.
Okay.
And therefore, much as I congratulate and wish him well, I don't pray that he becomes my vice president.
But before you go there,
yeah.
Once we say wanting to share, you know, some space from Kumasi now, you might then probably know him better.
Yeah, I know him.
Than a lot of the people.
Yes, I know.
Or you're
him.
arrogant and or arrogant.
Well, I am one person. When it comes to description of human beings, their characters, they know. Not that Nibibia or okay, but sometimes you know, the demeanor, the posture, the way I react to situations, you know, and not in the problem.
Okay.
And that is what sometimes you think that he is too overbearing.
Okay.
He may be inconsiderate and intemperate sometimes.
Okay.
So when you put all together and you describe it as arrogance, I may not fault you.
Okay.
But however, I'm can say he also have some, you know, good personal, you know, qualities. You can't take away that from him. But I can say, ne ascension to this level, no?
Yeah.
Me personally, now if I were him, but me afraid
Hey,
I won't accept it.
really? I did, yeah.
Because Matthew has a future with the party.
Okay.
He may have his problems with the way he reacts to situations near day. Sometimes very uncomfortable though. But I believe the ordinary share trap be more. It will be very, very difficult to take himself out of it going forward. Because the partner no, is a problem.
Okay.
Baumia is the problem.
Okay, not him.
He is a problem.
Not him.
No, that's all, no. The face of the campaign is Baumia. That's what they're gonna say. And I am looking at a situation where they will lose this election. The two of them know together.
Okay.
No, whatever they do, they will lose the election.
Okay.
When we lose, we are. Maybe NAPO would want to, but then because we are behind the boss, no, it will be very difficult for him to challenge on her.
Okay.
And you know, me, I got consulting me and Ganka say he shouldn't take wasting the crowd because I could say what took Kusiana ato Sebi. I don't want to. We were set. I don't know.
Maybe I could not to him and answer Bisa.
I thought yes. I thought him Bisa. I know. Said I got thought to say we. Odo no. Odo.
What you could say? Because you got
Odo no.
Tell him we are serious.
Serious.
So almost go home with said.
And it's you know. No. Ne problem aside. the challenges on one casa personal or army for say giving time ebia he will work his way out of that because I mean you know there were things that I used to do as a young man. Now I will not repeat those things.
Okay.
I'm growing wiser and more knowledgeable and how to live with people. So they are saying.
Yeah.
And to me for say Anka this time around no giving the perceptions about him near then Anka he or Trump parliament a little longer being who kakra yi sa abatros yi ma Bawumia the problem koye na ka ono ansa about with the new face in way there Anka him say bia obe find favor kakra with the people but this time around no akwa say tell me no
but say o perceptions are perceptions are the number of what say we say betumi aboa to cure and
Make say I don't wish that he becomes the vice president.
Okay.
And therefore it is not for me
to do it for him.
Do it for him.
Okay. But again, there also Uncle Form say, well, NAPO is a very generous person. Both sides, you know.
Oh yes. You see, the point is that look, somebody like it is not because of how you relate to certain individuals, and a president and a vice president. Because the general outlook, you know, the way people see you, is what is important.
Okay.
I will not stand anywhere and bang my and
because I'm being
personal and insulting and all. I won't do that, and that is not my style when it comes to politics. No, but the fact is that the Americans say, as a young man, you know. Youthful exuberance, you are boisterous, you have a certain. I mean, there are a lot of things that. Oh yeah. And America say you have to grow out of those things. And you know, NAPO should have. It's not going back time kakra. Don't grow out of it. But unfortunately, no one said the abattoirs.
But Michelle Kofosa, I'm a say Monam Beno. So I want to relate into and across or a John or a general, senior citizen or Obia or
oh, why not? Why not? He speaks his mind. And I make say sometimes you know you put at the back
now,
but you put 1, 2, 3, 4 things together and the general perception. So that I don't want to be selfish.
Yeah.
Then I can say, oh, because of me. And I say the way you are related to me, you know, even if the general people, population say, because of me, you know,
okay,
by force, no.
Okay.
But I also have another view, say that NAPO, in the future, Bawumia, M1, because this election, winning. They will not win this election. Because Bawumia ni assembly a dozen. Now coupled with the amount of who can about or no as a young and somebody with a future. Giving time no. Obetumi work himself out of that. Now presenting a better picture about himself and whatever in the future. And this is what make us say you me. Na kama advice here na po agama ka se mo fan hu nko Bawumia. Because Bawumia is a bad, you know, we say for him. And he's M1. Then I also look at the situation where Bawumia will lose. Now Olusua. What is the future of my friend and a brother NAPO? What is his future going to be like? Is he going to also contest and would they allow him? Or would it? I mean, would it be possible? And I make us say, Bawumia didn't want to go board no. But say, you know, in the future for me. But for now, I wish him well, and I congratulate him. Say, out of all the members of parliament, and I say party people don't know who know picking. That's good. But as I said, it is good. Say, I fan. But it is bad, say, all partner Bawumia. Because Bawumia is a bad case. For him to go and then, I make us me describe it, say, what you could say, not talk or don't. Utomwa.
And now it's what on chain.
And I said,
The woman could just watch you or in change.
So that is the situation for now. But as I said, I wish him well. I mean, I wish him well. In spite of all that, Obi Abeka one hono. We shouldn't say Bibi Papa be any no. I mean, Simon, but on the other side. But as I said,
dynamic.
No, it's not about dynamism or whatever. But what I'm saying is, look, Obia won downside. So they're making us. But as I said, no, what time? I call what time? Obi working himself very well. No, preparing for the future. But unfortunately, no, or the home but Papa we.
Okay.
You see, so Ochiao good morning. I saw here so say we are no influence and what is good morning and a good afternoon.
Okay.
But it's a baggage. Now the baggage you want to put them together no. No kaskala. But me no nanga me feel sanga and go be yin who film and go yin film nanka this Baumia baggage in chum.
Okay.
Because by December 8th, no Baumia baggage in chum. Nanka or no so no.
After
nanka.
Okay. Okay.
But you see, there's a bad case.
But Ocean ministries too, I don't know, Katrina. And how was his performance? Hopefully, I know you are there.
Well, honestly, and the main objectively is that me compare the predecessor, what Dana did, any honor.
Okay, let me give you 5 minutes to do that because we need to go to the next topic.
What was say? Education sector say one thing na eboa ne say only a team or the edge you work as a team. You shouldn't appear as being authoritative. So there's here. I need to know. Say who introduce policy be. Now all that you do is to give instruction to people. Policy no crashing. Because people don't put in their all. They are used as tools. And at the end of the day, there is no innovation. There's no creativity. Where, people would have to sit down and think outside the box. But I first say, maybe he took inspiration from the president. A no-nonsense type. This is what we want. A year. What do you call it? Headmaster who complain about situation. But the people were really suppressed to a large extent. It didn't happen under Nana. Nana was more consultative and carried the people along. And in spite of the fact say Rebecca say she led the educational sector, after which we went into opposition. But if you go back and you go back and look at the policies and programs that is champion, and then you give her a pat on the back. Fast forward, what are we seeing now?
But now he's not the minister.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is precedence. No maybe a course, the deputy knows about Trasso. And then we can say, who call ministries, who call education sector. Teachers don't even want to talk. They don't want to speak their mind because of the fear of being, removed, demoted or whatever.
So victimization.
Yeah, victimization. Then started with him.
Really?
So say, yeah, it started one time because you either do it or you clear you off. Who knew cop near the. So they say, and it's no. And American say, with time, I'm sure say, NAPO Transit is giving another opportunity. He will not go the way he went that time. So they say,
okay.
He will not. Anything American say, unfortunately, unfortunately, no. Or the new combatant, we are his future, no. M1.
Okay. All right.
M1.
Yo, medase uguswa she Nnawotwe Yi Adom TV UTS radio so ya Asempa 94.7 FM. And chemefa na makan mo messages about on TV, Facebook on to Facebook na Adom TV. Leave a comment on our streaming. Me share my father makan. Yenko the next topic which has to do with IMF for a more release of their third tranche, which is 360.
But before we get there, what I want to say is, you mentioned one thing about him. Say he's generous, and you see, we shouldn't see politicians as being generous.
Okay.
We should look at them with. I mean, we should not see. We should not say that the person is generous because of that in the man. But if the person believes in the rule of law, one, the person, he's principled. He's not discriminatory.
Okay.
So they are saying these are the pillars.
Okay.
Because you see, generosity, sometimes, cronies and whatever, cronies,
What's the fancy answer? Yes, so.
No, I
however, being generous, sometimes, ma we what do you call it? We fair.
Okay.
Because somebody who is generous, to everybody, not to only people who are around you, but to everybody everywhere. As and when you are able to do it, you do it not because of relationships, not because of where the person comes from, but because the person needs that support or whatever.
All right. Okay. Yo, that's it. Medase, it's 28 after 9 a.m. I can't make a crana yet show no airberry and the next subject. So
that's right.
Now share what is there now? The third tranche of the IMF Sikano $360 million. They are hit Bank of Ghana account. Well, after the board gave approval for that release, because I know bet me or the economy lifeline here now. Let me start with you.
Unfortunately, no. No. Nah.
Mengas more 5 minutes on it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Unfortunately, no. 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 Oshe.
Justice to it.
Oshe. This amount, individuals, capital across the chain in this country. Now, I buy sika ye here say no. And I car ye womb. Say no. Oh, well, this is just a drop in the ocean.
Okay.
Now, this is what SSA Adrian who say IMF na ye call no. Or I call most of the time. Say, Yankasa, you decided, say, you be taking certain steps, like the NDC did at the time. We sat down and we came out down, homegrown, policies and programs, of which was beneficial to this government, 2017, 2018. If we don't do that and we continue on this trajectory of flagrant, disregard for due process. Frivolous expenditures, waste of money, waste of our resources now. Ubefu say, no matter how much they bring, we will not
So what is your point? So what is your point?
Yeah.
Is your point that Mama Yenko IMF and I Yenko with Yankasa ye policies?
You see, unfortunately, we went to this IMF in an ambulance. It was the time now you advising this government. You realize he said no. This government must put brakes on the way they are going. They are reverting. But after all, no, IMF no. I mean, we can
association.
Yeah, so yes. And it, you know, when you need, you go back. Because wisdom, no, and new team. As I speak to you today, and then IMF staff, Bank of Ghana, say, say, the right thing. If at the time I can say we needed to go to the IMF, wow, things would have been better. But then we waited till the crash here. Okay.
So if I get your point is not about IMF.
No,
we have to go there. But we have with the policy.
Yes, and then we go.
Where's the program?
Which program did you go?
This program it was
which program?
Homegrown the development. What we are on now?
Well, what are we?
Ghana
on?
Bank as the
What are we on?
What are we on
now?
So what is IMF giving us?
Sorry.
If you're saying say I'm fired, I'm quiet.
Maybe.
I was now IMF. You can tell us that.
The IMF, IMF, no, right now we've crashed out of the, the commercial, market. We are out. Okay. We are not getting anything from there. We can't go for loans. Today, IMF is saying you cannot. This money on there by you can't use it as a support for your, for your forex.
Okay.
Ultimately, injecting this into the system to stabilize the CD. IMF wish the CD should find its own level, which has dire consequences when it comes to business in this country. Today, cocoa syndicated loans anywhere are supporting at too soon. And this money is not going to help us out. If, as I said, we don't go back and look at the way we are wasting money, the way we have allowed the system to be so corrupted, to the extent, say, due process has been thrown away to the dogs. I mean, seriously speaking, nothing is going well for this country. You see, and sometimes I wonder what people are seeing. And I say it is because of politics. But you see, and the say, as Ghanaians, we need to be honest and tell the people the truth. It's just like you and your family. If you don't tell your wife and your children your the true state of your finances now, they will make demands on you that you cannot. Yeah. And that is the situation we find ourselves now. Today, there's a problem. Instead of the president, as he prescribed some time ago, coming to tell Ghanaians, I'm sorry, I took certain decisions that have not helped. I told you a lot of things that were not real. And then I apologize. So let us reset everything. They are not doing that. They are rather annoying all of us, doing things that will not help. Today, you mentioned, what do you call it? Mining. Okay? What is it bringing to us now? What is happening? How is that community mining now? How is it affecting cocoa sector? Okay. Because we inherit a situation, a very regulated, process. Because they push your cronies and whatever. They do it because they are only interested in getting money out of it. Look, this government, every program be a woman back not because they want anything good for this country. It is because of individual interests.
Okay. All right.
Because of individual interests. Be it free education, any project.
Okay.
Look at it. And then, Greater Krameba.
Now we see my become 2 minutes ahead of the time.
Oh, sorry. Because me chair anytime me put it we say. And don't worry. you've had enough time to make sure what I beg you, but you see,
it won't be made up.
Then I cannot mean to me in Fihamu without talking about Garrick project near Accra floods near the 2001, 2002. World Bank gave us, we went for a loan of 200 million to solve our flood situation in this country. But to say there was a problem in our parliament over the fact that this government was going for extra money. That money was not accounted for.
Are you talking about 2022 or 2002?
2022, 200 million. And then almost another proposal by that's last recently. Say we'll pay another 150. Meanwhile, Accra problem no. That's what Odo near they never use the money.
Okay.
They never dredge. Scanning is going down the drain. And what is happening is that in Shono to destroy a month for normal.
I've given you about 3 or so minutes ahead of time.
A lot of time. I'm a lot of time. You know, since so by. Kojo, when you are penny, I can say you be signed the first say. And the question NAPO arrogant na. Oh, and who was let me come back to Latin America. It be signed NAPO arrogant na. Wala who was an obre answer watch wakasa. Why is naman? Don't wonder asama nekano no be can on them. It's a obre pants wakasa. Or you know why answer? It just tells you that asama came before earlier there. NAPO arrogant. Also no nyani su the obe can some bond the mafa politics. Oh yeah, that's ona waka onye na azor na command na NAPO be vice president. Waka. What did I say? What? Because a very personal. Because a personal into the. I'll be very, you know, glad. Mr. What I'm saying is that. Also there. I don't go personal. I'm just making observation. Because he thinks that he could become a observation there. Okay. Every Sunday NAPO arrogant and or brepa or chair so go can be. It tells or chair when you know personally. I say when you know on them. Look, say you put arrogant. Clearly arrogant. Ubi so in chair it was temporary, but of course, now me to umbatna unzakufi. That's I say. So clearly, as some of Kenya, most of bread to explain you mentioned there, NAPO only arrogant. Okay. Was it only one incident, and at the end, this support the tag NAPO on fire. Now, when you pay a cadre, then change your Mahama or for the bear, no, Jangwana. As a friend I put on bear animate, or a bad decision. Then I put Okazi and the Oba one change a man if to Bonapa. As I look at it, and I would not see John Mahama for the bed match your vice P and Jamquana. About Udi Baumia compared and Chaboko. As I say, aha, and see, or a good decision. There, what to my point to. Wait to my point to the Brabid Michi. Hey, major honor. Or a major honor, why say a win or a major honor. Baumia was in 2008. And also, you lose him on and Chanda, only in the position to be president. He stands in the position today to become president. Because or there, or a commit to the vision and stay with the vision. That's how it works. And so, Bawan Chanche, I don't football and promise to go behind a bad advice. Bad advice. Wow, very good advice. Good advice. And see, about Yambra, I'm a friend in Sensamu. Could you, Yenya Ghana, Bajatum there, Scassam, wise and Kakra. I depa, Mamma in Yachum. No, be beer. Ye tase ye kokum ye twaze atase ye to pano ye to kosi ye to koku enya fanta boto ya no ye tase ye makus kakra na Ofi baby ofi. Etmase. Ofi baby ofi osande ye nya ye okom ha 2020. Asema or 2 years. Hwe efa Ghana ye as often indicators GDP growth, inflation. BBR from 2017 na NPP abanbam under Nekufado. Right through to 2020. The BBR no okonim. Hwe kojo I think about the mass bay. BBR kita to buttress my case.
Oh, Baba, you want
to could you have but if you're going for a team, maybe as if you're trend to be. Okay. Mamo, as a chance, Mama, you chat like a data. Mama quality, inflation for various countries.
Oh,
Mamo Ghana,
scenario.
Yeah, Mamo Ghana, Mamo US, Mamo UK, Mamo Germany.
Oh,
all right, Mamo Togo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, share. One example. Yeah, share US inflation from 2012. Oh yeah, 2.07 up to by
2022.
But I am up to by 2020.
Okay.
21.23%. From 2%, 1 point something to or range beam. Okay. Share UK also from 2012 to 2020. Share range, you know. 2 point something, 1 point some percent or range. Even in 2020 in COVID year, 0.99. I'll come to watch it so. Now for Germany, also for 1 point some percent, 2 point.
2020 is 0.14%.
Even in COVID year, and I explain that. Now Yembra Ghana, for 2012, 11.19.
Yeah.
2013, Okodema up until 2006, we ended at 17.45. From 2012, 11.19. 2013, 11.67, 2014, 15.49, 15, 17.15, and 16, 17.45. It was often a projection. Maybe an inflation or under John Mahama between 2012 and 2017.
That is a wrong
projection. It was consistently rising.
That was wrong projection.
It's there. Or kosoro today airplane to kwara orko in economics in sikasem ho was often forecasting and projection it is a demand at to one it was kind of in Mahama or senza bema in inflation no kwara orko yeah that not I figure
no
yeah for history
that is not correct
yeah for history it has been number
that is not
so
correct
we do
that's not correct
kojo ewo babetia all the being be feel up or na and I find you can tell her that remember I feel most as equal and we are uncle you but you've seen some background history
but said 2022 2023 we were around 50 something
so
right?
I'm coming there
okay no I mean it be a question we're around that time yes. Right but today it's around 31 point something.
Good.
Right.
2022. Okay, until 2022, the 50 something or 50 or 54%.
Yeah.
That was end of year inflation in December. After the whole year on 54. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay. So. Inflation. And see, if someone asks you the inflation in Ghana in 2020, by the average of all the months, that's how it's done. It's ends for December inflation. To represent the whole year.
So which one is
the whole year? No,
the whole year. And so I have it here. The whole year is Ghana 31%.
2022.
Yes. That's the average inflation. Yes. No, my chart one. And so actually, my feeling in your average inflation.
No, but that is wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's wrong.
It's not wrong in the sense that if I ask you what was inflation for 2022, what would you say? Echo school, Echo Polio, Sako University. What ma? I don't know. Grade point average. And I'm what?
Yeah.
Or your average of all the 4 years or 3 years you were in school. And so when someone asks you that, what was your grade point average in school? Would you mention first years and second years and third years? It was an average of all those years. That's my case. It's year inflation for the year 2021, 2022, 2019. You can't use 1 month to represent a whole year.
So we shall we should wait till the end.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Even now, inflation for 2024, you can use the average of all the 3 months so far. It's done. You can't use 1 month to represent a whole year. It's not done. You can do year-on-year inflation. What can I say? Month on month, you can say that. But what was the inflation for that year? It's online. It's there. Or your data, or what we use average. And so the average inflation for all these years, every Mahama, no all Kosura, no all. So if Mahama had become president in 2017, continually we're rising inflation. We were rising inflation. That's the data. It speaks for itself.
No.
Check. Online, you go and check.
No.
It speaks for itself.
Don't allow him to go on this.
Allow what?
No,
I'm not lying here.
What you are saying, it's not. It's not correct.
It's not. You don't like
because,
it. You don't like it.
No. But there is what he's saying. His point is that.
Let's move on.
Let me tell you. You were at a point. I told my dad before. So what is the justification?
It wouldn't come down. And even it was projected. Economic intelligence message.
Thank you. Let me. About time.
I'm on time. I'm on 8 minutes.
No, but I'm on
8 minutes. What I'm saying is
you have also
tell you what I'm saying there. I say there's a course show as that film. So that shows what Nnawotwe can do. We know how to bring the economy back to life. But you put one life into me. And Mahama, inflation never came down.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Nobody, good morning.
Average inflation one down. Average a year.
Mami tell why?
For 1 month.
Upa ye kromo hakra na bisa se tam no ye deputy minister kra no the bad dey no timi ye ma krobo man onya hwe ana o sa ka se to ye bo se ye vice na NPP enya no ti ye bo se say onu nka onye yi anya ntro no ta uba koboduma se obia so mo mpe no onya hwe wo koboduma se o.
No, but you say the issues we are talking about is not about Honorable Telabi. We're talking about the NAPO there. So for you on these issues, Ojin was saying, okay. Babs, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Media, the person, the NDC for the media, me a Kramoni, Yeva NAPO, no. In fact, that's not boy or Asante region. Asante region, your woman, I see my better name, Kumuna. Jumaka, but they make an say, Asante region and Casano about the door NDC for the from the Yenya in Kramufoka, was Asante region. But this time, it's here, young religious politics, but this year, Christian for a sacrifice of my life for say, one would Obia a supportable me. It's here. Okay. The former president Cracker said, "Bomia Frank, MPP 4 fast motor man." But MPP 4 I have done at the number.
But I didn't say one because I'm more religious politics. But now, okay, so there's some bail. Anyway, while I know Ewa Kotia say you might not like NAPO's style of politics and ethics, but so far as the party is supreme by the able leadership of the national executives who have unanimously accepted the offer by the presidential candidate Dr. Bawumia, let all personal issues be put in a dustbin in order to fight for the party's main interest. That's breaking the 8. With unity and hard work, breaking the 8 is possible. Nana Bonsu Mache? Me hoye papa na mami ntiwe.
Mami ntiwe gaf. Wuli say no na wumi aba 50 oware national service secretary deputy CEO na enwa na water.
Okay.
Na Chris Ajman so Scottish secretary obo adwuma. Okay. Kawuli oni bibi. Abia na asanteman ye ni hwe kwae. Say nyame be ya tumu a ye betimi enya running mate. Emma ye ponti Matthew Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye ni wiye ni ta bon na ponti no asanteman ya dare. Ni no sa ta kayan fa sante. We ye tan ya ponti tabuom na me adum ye ya so ha. Ye be ya sia dia Ghana asante determine election. Kina me abua na tan yam tani for general secretary national chairman national organizer. National woman enyama gufam ni yatima yen kabom ni electing na pa ni mama bia ho
Yo, Mate, but as I kiss me on Facebook, sir, here are some possible reasons why Ghanaians, but not NDC, are saying NAPO has failed and perceive him as arrogant. Quote, get your own timetable. We're not going to tolerate any nonsense. Unable to effectively address the country's economic challenges, failed to improve the standards of living for ordinary Ghanaians. I'll say has not fought corruption effectively, has not created jobs as promised. From Akismi Seshi Bekwai. Try again. Good morning.
Good morning, Openikase.
What?
I'm Chawati for Namicha West PC Dima NDC, Batampa for Love. Namicha Penicase Telebiso. Now, me come as some so one will say, yes, it's a Uchan Contombo Safa, so Emma Safire, I would have one thing. Openikase Napo, and answer my big da personally. Openikase no fish one man pet the BBC. And send you on my Samanya, some say, Doom, Rebiness or more, or more Yamayona, or more Yanu genuinely. Nka wen Kenya dia ye bobo ho papa ba ye nseme brain waka fa energy sector ho amne kwa entimi nya adwuma asante region afi we edane enya dia NPP ebe ye o magini so metima wini sa vote na mutimi nya na asante region be kire enya no kure no muka no nti openi tele bi nsema wo ka nyina no ehye nkura na eni nsema ya brain nyina mo ba bonte be ka no utumi se o man na kuma pa eda ya kuma so and I be before so my dreams are good. Rather, some in summer and Yano Crack and on the
Well, answer my case me, so no. Hamza Junior De Maestro on Facebook said, good morning, watching live from Kwanta Oti region. My name is Masaudu Hamza Junior Capello. In fact, this election is all about my pocket, not NAPO, Baumia, JDM, or Muslim or Christian, no anything but my pocket. Akis me, good morning.
Good morning, Fakajo.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Afakajo no pay ubojuma we no producer for ubojuma nya menhira Afakajo sebi debi ameka sebi mpanifo se nkuto etna enwunimu na wantu ankotena awia eni eja aseniemu a oyenda da sundue na po na nka me de misusu yemu kire se tema ba omi abo ni din kra se omra me ewura ni meti no na ni sanka oba esanza wo hwe agana fo nyina na yesa NDC fo omusi na mpo arrogant omuhwe je nti agana fo kansa ne se aye wo ha na dunso ba Yero na pobe dina ka say Ghana for yen fisi yanka say tem table ofa woni media dance say tem e school no now kondo na posua ABCD abede ene say na po wa school no education system no e man kwala kura ko school no muso agomu yem enti na po a wo ba dia enti Mrs. Africa Ghana for there.
All right, yo, Mate, accuse me again, sir, regards to the CEO of A&A Drinking Water. The upcoming election is a choice between progress and stagnation. Even with a new running mate like NAPO, Dr. Baumia's leadership has consistently failed to deliver on its promises. It's time to go back to a leader who has proven track record of development and progress, John Mahama. Hi, good morning.
Fantastic good morning, come aboard player.
Aha, Mamintia, Aminia.
Patrol Master Planner Junior, you can
Meho, Aminia.
And I pray my mentor and a member about so many production team. Ajumapa, now Jumadea, Mobama, Kana, and Kupon Shram. Namentia Kentampo Municipal Education Director. One about Sly, Opoku, then birthday, and Kupon Shram. I mean, check Ghana for you. The best Ghana for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe. Napo, where you obia or betina support to Dr. Baumia, ama breaking the 8th agenda no akoso. The beer makers are some way. If it is about the Obia camp, 19 choosing as running major, and the former President John Dramani Mahama, one of Uncle Nuka contest for NDC presidential primaries and some of the NDC presidential candidates because yet your mamu so kaya.
Okay, say we've lost him there, but here wrap up. I'll just give each and every one of you 30 seconds now. We'll wrap up. You may more time, but yeah, wrap up 30 seconds. Your time also.
Yeah, minu amedase. Na me pese minu anu womu cook statistics ni womu data edeba they have to think twice about it because look, we had the American say, oh, so the American say, okay, or Trahano Kase, or share the trajectory of inflation, and intino. But who says Tana and before Eka and this in a sense, let's ask ourselves. What did the NDC and NPP? What was their contribution? And then because at the time, GDP grew by 8% in 2017. Now Akufo-Addo the government power from no, from the government but let me tell you, economic intelligence unit.
But my check average for 2020 was 31.71. For December was 54, but averagely for 2022 was 31.
No, cannot use 1 month to represent a whole year.
No, I didn't have any agreement over that. What I'm saying is that the projection is wrong. Okay.